What's going on, everyone? Conservative Video Dipper here. 12 hours ago, the White House just posted a video of Donald Trump's speech on their YouTube channel. Go check it out. We're going to listen to it as I react to it.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran.
With Israel, by the way. Israel is involved too.
Our objective is to defend the American
Purportedly, Israel is involved too.
people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world.
So what he's talking about is how that area has alleged terrorism activity and we need to deal with it.
For 47 years, the Iranian
Obviously.
regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States,
Which we have been allegedly, purportedly targeted by the alleged terrorists, and yes, they have purportedly said those things to us Americans and to America because they do not like us,
our troops,
because they dislike us, because every time we get involved, it's because we try to stop them from doing alleged terroristic things. And that's why those alleged terrorists don't like us.
and the innocent people in many, many countries. Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of American hostages for 444 days. In 1983, Iran's proxies carried out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American military personnel.
And that's sad. That's very, very sad.
In 2000, they knew and were probably involved with the attack on the USS Cole. Many died. Iranian forces killed and maimed hundreds of American service members in Iraq. The regime's proxies have continued to launch countless attacks against American forces stationed in the Middle East in recent years.
See, and they allegedly do these things. This is the kind of stuff that these alleged terrorists do to us, to our country, to our people, whether it's in our home or over when we're over there trying to fight against them. And it's sad. It's very, very sad.
As well as U.S. naval and commercial vessels in international shipping lanes. It's been mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it any longer.
We shouldn't put up with it at all.
Lebanon to Yemen and Syria to Iraq, the regime has armed, trained, and funded terrorist militias that have soaked the earth with blood and guts. And it was Iran's proxy, Hamas, that launched the monstrous October 7th attacks.
Now, I thought it wasn't Iran that ran Hamas, allegedly. I thought that was Palestine. But I could be wrong. But then again, there's been a lot of alleged terrorist activities, not only in allegedly Palestine, but in Iraq and in Iran too.
Israel, slaughtering more than 1,000 innocent people, including 46 Americans, while taking 12 of our citizens hostage. It was brutal.
But also, we do have to kind of remember too, that the Israel and Palestine fight was not our fight. It was nothing for us to get involved in. I don't agree with us getting involved at all with the Palestine and Israel fight. I don't agree with Israel having us being involved.
Something
or us getting involved in it.
Like the world has never seen before.
Or us doing any of Israel's alleged bidding.
Iran is the world's #1 state sponsor of terror and just recently killed tens of thousands of its own citizens on the street as they protested. It has always been the policy of the United States
But I do not agree with terrorism either.
In particular, my administration, that this terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. I'll say it again. They can never have a nuclear weapon.
Every time they try, we get rid of it. And that's why they're probably pissed right now. Yes, I know the media is talking a lot about how purportedly the school allegedly got bombed. But we have to kind of really ask ourselves, what are we doing right now? What is this for? Why are we in this fight? Are we allegedly doing this for the better of our country, protecting ourselves, and allegedly helping Iran get their freedom back and their democracy that they actually have always wanted, and to stop the alleged terrorists from being able to create nuclear weapons of alleged mass destruction? Or are we allegedly doing this for alleged the fact that Iran is been our enemy and we're just allegedly doing it for Israel's sake? We got to ask ourselves these questions.
That is why in Operation Midnight Hammer last June, we obliterated the regime's nuclear program at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. After that attack, we warned them never to resume their malicious pursuit of nuclear weapons, and we sought repeatedly to make a deal. We tried. They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening. They just wanted to practice evil.
And I think a lot of this has to do with they kept trying, but then they didn't want to try. They tried, but didn't want to try. Part of it was because they were scared. Because they knew America was always going to watch them. They always knew that America had eyes on them. And that if they saw America knew that they were allegedly trying to do nuclear stuff, then America was going to react and come back and do what we do best, which is get rid of it. So, yeah, I could say there was fear in them that they had, but also part of it was not just fear, but I think that they weren't sure whether they really wanted to do it, because they weren't sure if they wanted to test us to see if we were really going to do what we say we were going to do. And we did. We always do. Under Trump's administration, yes. But if it was Biden, no. Or Kamala, no. But under Trump, yes. If Trump says, you guys are going to do this, this. Iran is afraid of Trump. Iran knows that if Trump says, you guys go ahead and try to build your shit, you build that alleged weapon of mass destruction and nuclear shit. I want to see you try. Because it ain't going to last very long. Because we'll come back and we'll destroy that shit faster than you built that shit again. Like that, it'll be gone and turned to dust. And that's why there was a lot of hesitation in Iran for doing it.
But
so I can see why they were kind of hesitant.
Iran refused, just as it has for decades and decades. They've rejected
and it's rightfully so. They should be afraid.
Every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore.
They should have. They should have renounced it. They should have stopped when they had the chance. But they didn't. They chose to continue and wanted to try to continue. And as much as we've given them the chance to stop, and we told them, hey, if you keep doing this, what's going to happen is we're going to do this. You play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes. We've told you before, we're not playing over here. America is not going to tolerate you doing stupid shit.
Instead, they attempted to rebuild their nuclear program and to
which was stupid for them.
Continue developing long-range missiles that can now threaten our very good friends and allies in Europe, our troops stationed overseas.
Yeah, which is a big threat, which is they can hit NATO, and if they hit our NATO allies, we're fudged. We don't want them to hit NATO, because if they hit our NATO allies, then we're going to get screwed. We got to keep them away from our NATO allies. So that's good. We got to protect our NATO allies, because if we protect our NATO allies, they will protect us. You know, scratch our back, we scratch your back kind of thing.
And could soon reach the American homeland. Just imagine how emboldened this regime would be.
That would suck too, because yeah, they can get pretty nasty.
If they ever had and actually were armed with nuclear weapons as a means to deliver their message.
And you kind of also got to wonder, where do they get some of that too? Probably China, Russia, South Korea, or Korea, Kim Jong-un's state. They probably get some of that stuff over there. More than likely, probably Russia, I bet you.
For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated.
If that's what we got to do, we got to do it. We have to keep not only ourselves safe, we got to keep our NATO allies safe. We got to keep other countries safe that not just is aligned with us, but that is not involved with this safe. This is Trump thinking 20D chess right here. He knows that if Iran allegedly decides that they want to use this, they can at any given time. Russia could have done it, but Russia hasn't done it. Korea could have done it, but Korea didn't do it. China could have done it, but China didn't do it. Iran has been kind of threatening, but we have taken out Iran. And that's probably why Russia, Korea, and China haven't done anything towards us, because they're sitting back watching Trump annihilate Iran right now, and they're seeing what Trump is doing, and they're realizing if they do that, then this is what's probably more than likely going to happen to them. So that's probably why they haven't had that response. And that's probably why Putin, Kim Jong-un, and China have been very quiet lately, I bet you. Because they know that with the example of what not only Trump has been doing with Iran, but with what he's saying, with how he's holding Iran responsible by saying, Iran, if you're going to do it, or if any other country decides to do it, we're going to not only do it to you, Iran, but we're going to do it to any other country that tries to do it. Period. And that's why I think other countries are afraid right now.
We're going to annihilate their navy. We're going to ensure that the region's terrorist
Because Trump don't fuck around. Trump means business.
proxies can no longer destabilize the region or the world and attack our forces, and no longer use their IEDs or roadside bombs, as they are sometimes called,
Yep, IEDs,
to so
improvised explosive devices.
gravely wound and kill thousands and thousands of people, including many Americans.
Yep. Those are not good.
And we will ensure that Iran does not obtain a nuclear weapon.
And they shouldn't. They should not be allowed to have it.
It's a very
And you're probably wondering, well, conservative, if Iran is doing it, then why don't we go after allegedly China or Russia if they're allegedly supplying it? Because right now, just because they're supplying it does not mean that we need to go at them. We just go at them because they're active. That's why. Iran has been very active with it. They have been more doing things with it. The suppliers, yeah, we can deal with them in our own little subtle way, but if you're creating it and building an alleged nuclear weapon of mass destruction, then go for it. Then that needs to be destroyed. But we don't need like another thing like the Bush administration. We need to make sure that they're allegedly doing it 100% before we do it. And I hope this time we are 100% sure that this is happening. Because if they are 100% for sure doing this, and if they are allegedly being supplied by either Russia, China, or Korea, then yes, we do need to stop it. But we can't just do, like I said, another Bush era. We shouldn't have that issue. We need to make sure. And I'm thinking with Trump this time, there is probably more than good sources out there that Trump has that's being reported back to him that Iran is purportedly getting nuclear alleged weapons of mass destruction materials and sites allegedly built, obviously, that Iran is creating or trying to create, and it's drawn enough attention that obviously Trump is paying attention to it and seeing it. So that's probably why now we're doing what we're doing.
simple message. They will never have a nuclear weapon. This regime will soon learn that no one should challenge the strength and might of the United States Armed Forces. I built and rebuilt our military in my first administration, and there is no military on earth even close to its power, strength, or sophistication. My administration has taken every possible step to minimize the risk to U.S. personnel in the region. Even so, and I do not make this statement lightly, the Iranian regime seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties.
But again, we got to make sure that we're doing it right this time. And obviously, if Trump has sources, and these sources are very reliable and sourceable, and he's being told, Mr. President, we do have reliable sources saying that Iran is purportedly building alleged nuclear weapons of mass destruction, and that they are trying to do it. We need to deal with it. And Trump is saying, okay, deal with it. Then obviously this not only shows that Trump is trying to handle it with the best care and due diligence, but he's also trying to show that to Russia, China, Korea, we're not going to tolerate this shit. And he's showing it. And I think this is an obvious also message to them, too. So I think there's two things that he's doing right now that obviously Trump is trying to do, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see if Putin does respond or does not respond, or Kim Jong-un responds or doesn't respond, or China responds or doesn't respond to this, or how they may respond to this, if they do.
That often happens in war, but we're doing this not for now.
Because if anything, I would probably more than likely expect Russia to be the first one to respond, and I think it would be Putin to be the one to do it. Putin more than likely would probably sit back and go, "Oh, you're very clever, Mr. Trump. Yes, you're very clever. I do have alleged nuclear too. Yes. I sit here with my vodka and I press a little red button too. Poof. Yes. Oh no, that's the button that for my girls in the stripper pole. No, never mind. Where's the alleged nuclear butt? Oh, never mind. You know." Putin's got 1,000 buttons he can push. But he's got to be careful on which one he allegedly tries to push. Because I'm sure Trump will remind Putin again, you don't want to push the wrong one, Putin.
We're doing this for the future, and it is a noble mission. We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children.
Yeah, please, for all the men and women that may be going over there, please be careful. I know that right now this is not a very good time, and I know things right now don't look very good, but to all of our brave men and women, thank you. We thank you for your service.
We'll never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran. We ask God to protect all of our heroes in harm's way.
Yes, we do.
And we trust that, with his help,
Semper fucking Fi,
the men and women of the armed forces will prevail. We have the greatest in the world, and they will prevail. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or, in the alternative, face certain death.
Now, this isn't something that Trump can't say. He can say this. He can say this in this time. This is a moment that Trump, yes, he can say, lay down your weapons or face alleged death. Because he's not directly talking to the alleged Iranian civilians. He's talking to the extreme alleged terrorists. He's talking to them, which obviously is a parlay. He's either saying you say parlay or you end up, which I think ultimately is fair. That is a fair offer right there. That is not wrong.
So, lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or...
Now, you're probably wondering what kind of immunity. Like, oh, are they going to get away with it? No, they won't get away with it. Immunity meaning probably more than likely they'll be arrested. They'll be treated with respect. They won't be allegedly tortured or waterlogged. They basically will have food, water, shelter. They won't, face alleged death. They'll basically have their trial. They'll face justice. But at the same time, they will be treated like a prisoner, but not in a bad way.
Finally, to the great proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand.
Listen.
Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take.
I like that. I like how Trump not only gave a message to the alleged terrorist, but to the Iranian people, just stay in, stay sheltered, warning them, letting them know, please stay safe, do what you have to do, protect your friends, your family, but when it's over, listen to the last part.
This will be probably your only chance for generations.
It'll be your only last chance for generations to take back Iran, to take back your land. And I think that really does say a lot about Trump, in my opinion, because it shows a lot of respect from Trump. That Trump not only respects the American people, but he respects the Iranian civilians by telling them not only to stay safe, stick down for cover, but when it's all over, your land now is back to you and it's back in your hands. And now the ball's back in your court, and now you can decide from there, again, whether you choose to or not, take back your country that you've yearned for to take back, and now that we've gotten rid of the bad apples and we've helped you get rid of the bad apples, now what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to allegedly let the bad apples be in control, or are you going to control the situation? And a lot of people probably will be pissed with Trump about this. Well, why are you doing that? You shouldn't get involved. I thought you said you weren't going to start wars. Sure. But again, what he's doing is actually, I think, given the Iranian land back to the Iranians in the way that no other president has done before, and it shows a lot of strength, courage, and determination from our president that if this is what our president is willing to do by going out of his way to say, look, I'm willing to give you guys and gals the shot. There's only one shot here. Now, once I give it to you, if you fuck up, that's your choice. But you're not going to have any more choices or chances after that. That was your only shot right there. You've made your shot and your choice. We now know exactly where you stand. And we see it. But if you turn yourself around and you let the Iranian people take back the government and control of the land, that's great. We support you. We stand behind you. We, the American people, will be there for you to help you. And we will pray for you. And in their words, MashaAllah, great. We love it. But don't let it go away. Don't let bad people control it again. You need to make sure that you don't let bad people have that control again. And that's what they, I think, need to do. And that's what Trump is basically trying to elaborate in the best way and form he can by telling them that. And this whole entire thing isn't, from what I'm hearing, it's not just me hearing Trump allegedly trying to do Israel's bidding. It's Trump trying to destroy the bad apples, but also give the Iranian people their government back and give them a chance, which is great. I'm happy for them if they decide to do the right thing. I hope they do. But at the same time, I am a little hesitant because we know how some of the Iranian people feel about us. And we know that they're not always, not all of them, but some of them always don't like us. So we have to be very mindful that there could be a chance that it could go the direction we don't want it to, but there also could be a chance that it could go into the direction that we would want it to go to, back to the people. And I think that, again, it's very, very considerate of Trump to try. And that's, again, where I see Trump working. But let's finish.
For many years you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. Nope.
No, they haven't.
The president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight. Now you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond.
Yeah. And that's where a lot of people are going to be wondering, where the hell are they going to go from here? But I know a lot of people are going to pay attention to the purported bombing of the school, and people are going to be hating on Trump, going, impeach this orange Cheeto mother trucker because he bombed this alleged school. I'm sorry that happened. We are all sorry that it happened. yes, those children did not deserve to be killed. They didn't deserve it. No one deserves, no innocent people deserve to die. No innocent people over there deserve to die. But hopefully things get better for Iran. That's all we can hope for.
America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the time to seize control.
I wouldn't say, okay, I wouldn't back Iran 100%. I'm not going to back them 100%. I'm not going to back Israel 100%, and I'm not going to back Iran 100%. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to back America 100%. Fuck yeah. But I'm not going to back both of them 100%. But I will support if Iran decides to go the way that they want, which is the right way, and let the people of Iran take over or take back what they've always wanted, their control of their land, their government, and start doing right and showing that this is progress that they've been wanting to start over and make things better for them, then yeah, I'll say go for it. I'll say, okay, congratulations. But I'm still going to be very weary of them, of that country, because I kind of know what that country can allegedly do still.
All of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious future that is close within your reach. This is the moment for action. Do not let it pass.
Yeah, that's true. And we got to make sure, though, again, the trust. How can we 100% trust them? Because we've had issues with Iran allegedly before. So I don't know where I'm not gonna again say, yeah, I'm backing Iran now 100%. No, you shouldn't back him 100%. I will never tell anyone to back him 100%. Don't do it. Just say, yeah, I wish them luck and I hope that they do good, but keep that open mind of what has happened with us and them allegedly before in past and the times, because you never know. What if they end up allegedly doing it again?
May God bless the brave men and women of America's armed forces. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless you all.
I think Trump did very good. He handled himself well. He did a good speech. I'm a little concerned as to why our president would back Iran. That just kind of makes me kind of question a little bit more. And kind of makes me a little bit weary as to why would he do it, but I'm going to wait and see how things play out. I want to see how this turns out for the Iranian people. And again, to the Iranian people, or if anyone in Iran is watching, good luck to you folks out there. I hope that you all are ready to have your democracy that you all have been wanting, and you've got your land back after this is over. We are sorry for all the losses that you have taken over there from all the innocent lives, but just know that we will pray for you. And to all the rest of the men and women and troops out there who are doing their jobs, we again thank you, and we support you, salute you, and God bless you guys and gals out there. And to our great president,